weeks away from the epic collision of Max the Impaler and LuFisto. And LuFisto even speculated online if this building would be enough to hold the two competitors.
Well, I know we can't wait to see that matchup in 2 weeks, but before that, we get to see LuFisto make her Women's Wrestling Army debut. Let's go to the ring right now for that.
This match is set for one fall, a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, competing out of Mystic Realms, evermore, Riley Shepard.
Lenny, Riley Shepard is such an incredible human being, such a great spirit, and someone who considers this matchup to be, gosh, a true dream matchup.
Well, you gotta give her credit. It's her WWE debut and jumping right into the deep waters against a legit Hall of Famer in LuFisto.
Competing out of Surround, Quebec, LuFisto!
The Wounded Owl, the Hall of Famer, the First Lady of Hardcore, the Innovator of Intergender, whatever name you want to call her, LuFisto is here in Women's Wrestling Army.
Yeah, this is a woman who has blazed a literal trail throughout the world of women's professional wrestling. It is an honor to have her here, in this company. 26 years as a pro.
Yeah, LuFisto jumping right into the action, has her Women's Wrestling Army debut here against the Gladiator of the Geeks, Riley Shepard. And then straight into a collision of titans with Max the Impaler.
And LuFisto is a woman who has been dying to get back out on the wrestling scene. She is a woman who was particularly impacted by COVID over the last couple of years, being from Canada, basically just locked out of being able to wrestle in the United States for over 2 years with strict COVID laws and rules at the border. It has made it impossible for LuFisto to get involved back on the independent scene. And now it's Riley Shepard. Shock on the face of LuFisto after that counter from Shepard. Shoulders down and a near fall.
Well, certainly when you've seen the things that LuFisto has seen, there's very few instances that would elicit that kind of shock. And early out the gate for Riley Shepard to really be giving it to LuFisto, but LuFisto quick to change the complexion of this matchup once more. Driving the knees into the side of Riley Shepard. Riley Shepard, one of those women impacted by how LuFisto has blazed a trail for women in this business.
LuFisto championships all over the world. Jersey All-Pro, Shine, where she was the longest reigning champion in Shine history. CZW, won the Ironman championship there, was one of the first women to win, championships that were traditionally held by only men, and single-handedly led the country of Canada to drop restrictions from women being able to wrestle against men, allowing women to compete against anyone that they chose to wrestle against or a promoter chose to match them up with. Epitomizing what we're trying to do here in Women's Wrestling Army. LuFisto has empowered women in wrestling for 2 decades.
Yeah, LuFisto completely changed laws, shaped history for women in wrestling. But now...
Oh, nice over the top from Shepard there. Courting hold, takes LuFisto off her feet.
That mare takes LuFisto down to the mat.
And thus far, Riley Shepard not shying away from this moment. That's the thing you often wonder about when you've got a young competitor in there against a legitimate Hall of Famer like LuFisto. Is the moment going to be too big for them? Are the lights too bright for them? And right now, Riley Shepard is answering no to all of those questions.
Riley Shepard is someone who has called herself the voice of the voiceless. I think something that LuFisto has tried to do in her career as well. But Riley Shepard speaks for the geeks, the outcast, and fights to be the warrior she needs to be, and she needs to really tap into that inner warrior in this matchup against LuFisto.
First over that second rope, and here comes LuFisto with that crossbody. High impact offense, a trademark for LuFisto. Cover.
Now the cover for the win, but Riley Shepard, resilience on display.
And that's exactly what Shepard's gonna need to be against somebody like LuFisto, who can beat you in so many different ways. If you want to wrestle on the mat, she can do it. If you want to take to the air, she'll try and match you there as well. If you want to just slug it out and fight and get violent, she can do that too. And right now, she's trying to break the back of Riley Shepard and make her humble.
Wrenching in that camouflage, and now even yanking on the nose of Riley Shepard. Riley Shepard finding her way back to her knees, but a swift kick right to the midsection takes her down.
But when you rip at your opponent's nose, I mean, there's a chance you're going to end up with something on your hand.
This is quite true.
Which is why I have hand sanitizer in my pocket, even to do commentary.
You never know. You just never know.
I never know when your nose is going to end up in my hand, and I'm going to need hand sanitizer. Your nose will never end up in my hand, I promise.
This is fair. And now, LuFisto with a big boot to the face.
Trying to put the nose of Riley Shepard through the back of her skull.
Or at least to remove it from Riley Shepard's face altogether. But Riley Shepard showing signs of life, fighting back with all of her might.
Oh, Fisto with a big right hand. Butterfly suplex right into another cover.
Taken down with a cover, but Riley Shepard kicks out. Riley Shepard, who outside of wrestling, who's worked as a domestic violence and sexual assault hotline and safe house.
You gotta respect someone who does that. Although right now, LuFisto trying to make Riley Shepard want to do anything but wrestle.
Riley Shepard, though, so much love, so much heart.
Think about how much compassion for humanity, for your fellow man or fellow woman, whatever the case may be, you would have to make that your vocational choice in life. It's nothing but respect for Riley Shepard. And then respect to step in the ring against somebody like LuFisto.
And endurance to be able to still be standing upright, maybe with a little help from the ropes, but, wait. Now throwing LuFisto into the corner.
Rapid fire chops in the corner.
And you can see the sword of hope on the forearm of Riley Shepard. Now taken down onto that apron, LuFisto, a boot across the face of Shepard once more.
And hearing it from this crowd. Still to come in our main event, Trish Adora and the Virtuosa, Deonna Purrazzo. Well, right now, it is all LuFisto here in this one.
Now Riley Shepard brought back to her feet, but firmly planted once more as LuFisto drives the knee between the shoulder blades of the gladiator of the geeks. But this isn't where it ends. It can't be where it ends for Riley Shepard.
Trying to will herself back to her feet, LuFisto, though. Right to the back of the skull.
And that battle cry of the gladiator of the geeks. And now, LuFisto, the legendary competitor, unrelenting offense. But Riley Shepard saves herself with a boot up.
Now up to the second. It's that missile drop kick. And LuFisto went down in a heap.
HP up from Riley Shepard. And is it enough for her to summon some HP in this matchup?
Well, LuFisto, the veteran, wisely, immediately making her way to the ropes, stopping any follow-up from Shepard, who was unable to really follow up as it was. But it's Shepard now up with a right hand.
But is it wise to get into a slugfest with LuFisto?
I was about to say no, But then Shepard with a flurry, double axe handle.
And another axe handle blow from the Gladiator of the Geeks. Shepard with an uppercut.
And LuFisto's reeling a bit here. As Shepard sends LuFisto for the ride and follows her in with a clothesline.
And a mighty huzzah from Riley Shepard.
Able to muscle LuFisto over with that exploder. But again, for the second time in a row, a big high-impact move from Riley Shepard, and Shepard unable to follow up with a cover.
So much damage she's already succumbed to at the hands of LuFisto.
Oh, short right hand from LuFisto, catching Shepard charging in the corner. And Riley now in a very precarious position here. Up on the shoulders.
LuFisto looking for that burning hammer!
Plants her, cover!
And that's it!
The winner of this match, LuFisto.
Well, it's definitely an impressive showing from Riley Shepard, going toe-to-toe with a Hall of Famer, a legend like LuFisto. LuFisto picks up a win in her WWA debut, but has some way bigger fish to fry.
Yeah,
and that's the Impaler.
Credit where credit's due to Riley Shepard. It takes a lot of guts to step up in a big way, in a big spot in your debut against someone like LuFisto. Push the veteran, push the Hall of Famer to the absolute limits, but just made one mistake at the end. Went up to the top, went up to the second turnbuckle. LuFisto swooped in, able to hit the burning hammer, got the 1, 2, 3, and picked up the victory here.
Incredible veteran instincts, but again, representing Battle Club Pro, Riley Shepard. Incredible job against LuFisto.
And LuFisto Riley hearing it from this crowd. Wait a second.
We know.
Amy Rosen, Max the Impaler.
Max the Impaler, hold on. Max the Impaler just can't even wait to make their way to the ring.
Max doesn't want to wait 2 weeks. They want to go right now, but we're out of time.
So I'm just going to be a button pusher. I'm going to just do this, and I'm going to watch reality TV, and it's going to be a Twitch channel. It's going to be Lounging with Lish.
Okay, that's got a nice little ring to it. I like
Yes,
it.
yes. So what's your favorite game?
My favorite game, Call of Duty, Sims, especially Sims because you can create your own little family.
Oh, wait. I forgot. We have the fans right there.
Okay. Oh.
And this is another edition of What's the Dish with Lish with my girl, Gia Scott. And we are talking about video games, Twitch, all of it, right?
Yes.
And come on. What else do you have? Sims, Call of Duty.
Yup. There's some other shooting games as well, like Devil May Cry. That's a really good game too.
What is that?
So it's like a game where you're like fighting other angels and demons. Like
wrestling.
Yes.
So if you guys want to catch any of the wrestling here of the Women's Wrestling Army or any edition of What's the Dish with Lish, you can check us out on our YouTube channel.
Hey, it's been awesome to see you as such a staple of Women's Wrestling Army. How did you end up getting involved with this project as it was getting started?
Talking with Maria at Impact tapings was like the best way because I got to see her at every tapings, and then hearing her idea of what her and Bobby Cruz were going to do. The first thing I said was, if Impact allows it, if it doesn't conflict with any Impact dates, I would love to be a part of this because I know with Maria, she's very, very smart in this business. To be in a promotion with somebody that knows, that is smart like that and has that intelligent mind of what women's wrestling is and the definition of it and what fans need to see out of women's wrestling, who doesn't want to be a part of that? I definitely just asked, hey, listen, if you allow me to be a part of this, I promise to not let you down. I would love to be a part of this as much as I can and just create history again and help create history again.
Most recently, we saw you on Women's Wrestling Army prepare for a one-on-one bout with Lady Luck, but hello, spoiler, the Virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo inserted herself into the match.
I somehow was not expecting Deonna interfere in our match? Because I thought we were here. You know, we're Team Adams, and we train together. We travel the roads together. We're close friends. I was just like, all right, well, if anything, I've been trying to get my one-on-one with Deonna for a while, because growing up in wrestling and traveling the roads with her, haven't been able to defeat her. You know, it's always been the student falling to the teacher. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is the time where the student finally beats the teacher. But unfortunately, I didn't get the win. But Deonna didn't beat me either. She beat Laney Luck. I would like people to know she did not defeat Tasha Steelz. She defeated Laney Luck in this match. That's all I have to say about that.
This match is set for one fall, a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, she's competing out of Washington, D.C., Trish Adora.
Lenny, I gotta tell you, when this matchup was announced, I got giddy to be able to see two incredible technicians square up in the ring here at Women's Wrestling Army. I mean, this is an incredible test for someone like Trish Adora.
Yeah, a big step up in competition. Trish wants to test herself against the very best. She's going to get a chance right here in our main event.
One of the most decorated competitors.
Her opponent, competing out of Hackettstown, New Jersey, the Virtuosa, Deonna Purrazzo.
Look at the calm, look at the grace that this woman carries herself with. Deonna Purrazzo, no words.
A virtuosa is an individual who possesses outstanding talent and technical ability in a particular art or field. I would say that's apropos when you talk about Deonna Purrazzo.
Deonna Purrazzo, formerly known as the Champ, holding a combination of the ROH Women's World Championship, the AAA Reina de Reinas Championship, simultaneously, as well as the Knockouts World Championship during one of her two reigns.
You know, when we talked about what Women's Wrestling Army was supposed to be, as Bobby Cruz and Maria Kanellis-Bennett birthed the idea for WWA, you know, to bring the resources together, to create a team of powerful women to grow, to compete against each other, to push each other, to test each other, to become better as women. This is the match that they had in mind. Partnerships with other companies like Impact Wrestling to create opportunities for women like this one here in our main event tonight. It doesn't get any bigger than this one. Two tremendous athletes in their prime going toe-to-toe here in the main event in Deonna Purrazzo and Trish Adora. And two women that have, you know, traveled similar roads. Deonna Purrazzo, former Ring of Honor World Champion, beat Roxy to win that title. And Trish Adora, who was part of that tournament to crown the new Ring of Honor Women's World Championship, made it all the way to the semifinals of that tournament. And now here in WWA, trying to prove again just how far she's come against one of the best in the business.
Absolutely right about that. Yeah, Trish Adora steadily has had her star on the rise. Is just so inventive, so creative, so strategic. This is a well-seasoned chess player who I think brings a lot of that strategy and that technique into how she views her competition within the squared circle. But Deonna Purrazzo is someone who, as well, over the past 2 years has truly been a trailblazer through the world of women's wrestling.
Well, it's funny you talk about chess. It's the Queen's Gambit, the Gotch pile driver for Deonna Purrazzo, a chess move, one of the oldest and most reputable openings in chess, a cornerstone of an elite chess player's game that Deonna has used to pick up so many victories over the last couple of years. So it is a game, a literal game of human chess here between these two women. And right now it's Adora controlling the wrist of Purrazzo.
It is truly such an incredible matchup, as now Deonna bringing the action down to the mat, targeting the knee of Trish Adora. Oh, wrenching back movement on the ankle.
Talked about all the championships that Deonna has held. Talked about the knockout championship on 2 occasions that she has held. She's held that championship in her career 441 days. Only one woman has held that championship longer in the history of Impact Wrestling, and that is Gail Kim at 711 days. But it only took two championship reigns for Deonna to hit 441 days. Gail needed 7 to hit 711. No knock on Gail Kim, a hell of a champion in her own right, but Deonna Purrazzo has looked and had taken that championship to heights, unbefore seen, and looking to get it back as it currently is around the waist of Taya Valkyrie.
Absolutely right about that. Such an interesting feeling out process too between these 2 athletes, these 2 competitors.
This not Deonna's WWE debut. She picked up the win in a 3-way matchup with Tasha Steelz and Lainey Luck as part of the Forbidden Door weekend, and a one-handed push-up by Adora off the back of Deonna Purrazzo.
Showing not only that technical ability, but the strength as well.
And more importantly, showing Deonna Purrazzo, I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah.
I know how good you are. I know where you've been and what you've done. You still need to prove it to me. And right now, Adora is showing no fear, no trepidation, and has gotten the better of Purrazzo for the first couple of minutes of this matchup, I'd have to say.
And seemingly everything that Deonna Purrazzo has thrown at Adora, Adora has had an answer. She's had an escape. She's had a way out, and now shoulders are down of the Virtuosa.
And Deonna said a little too soon right there. Trish again.
Now again.
And here's the thing with Trish, everything Trish is doing is headed for pinning combinations, trying to pick up the win immediately at every opportunity.
Back and forth arm drags. Able to duck the blow. Oh! Devastating back elbow from the Virtuosa. Trish Adora seeing stars at the moment. I mean, Trish Adora, like you said, was going for those pinfall after pinfall, and even if they weren't potential match enders, it was forcing Deonna Purrazzo to expound that energy to get those shoulders up. But now, knee firmly between the shoulder blades of Adora.
And Deonna not afraid to talk a little junk inside the ring, trying to get into the head of Trish. And I will say that's easier said than done, as Trish Adora, one of the most mentally tough competitors that I have ever come across in my time in wrestling.
And now cover from Purrazzo. Trish Adora kicks out. I mean, Trish Adora, an 8-year served in the U.S. Army, a veteran who is emotionally and mentally and physically tough, as we've seen.
Yeah, former military police officer, was deployed in Afghanistan back in 2012. This is a woman who has seen real-life horrors up close and personally. There's not much that's going to shake her inside the ring. But right now, it is Purrazzo grounding Adora, keeping her on the canvas, and looking to restrict Adora's movement here with that side headlock.
Trish forcing to kind of re-strategize in this moment. Usually, Trish Adora 2 to 3 steps ahead of her opponents like a game of chess. Gonna make her way back to her feet. Gets that elbow driven into the midsection, but willing to sacrifice her own locks. But Purrazzo lays out Adora, who is staggered to her knees.
That burst of energy from the Virtuosa into a cover. Leg hooked in a 2 count. Trish continuing to try and dig deep here.
Trish knows how important this matchup is. Trish knows that she is proving herself to, not only to Deonna Purrazzo, to the fans here at Women's Wrestling Army, to herself.
This one's starting to break down into a slugfest here.
Forceful exchange of forearm strikes. Crowd here in Chicago sounding off. Knee driven into the midsection of Adora, and a deafening thud to the chest of the Afro-Punk. Once more.
Oh.
Third for good measure. Deonna Purrazzo really basking in this moment. Oh no! Trish Adora and Purrazzo back and forth, a whirlwind, each having the answer for one another.
Both these women swinging for the fences here.
Where does it stop? It stops with the chop! Deonna Purrazzo chest virtually caved in by that open palm strike from Adora, and Adora bought herself some time to recover. Using the ropes almost to get herself into some sort of vertical base. Finding that fire within is Trish Adora.
And hearing it from this crowd as both women slow to get back to their feet. Purrazzo, another swing and a miss. Oh, the crossbody, right into the cover.
2 count only, but Trish Adora not losing focus. Splashes Purrazzo in the corner. Whipped into the opposing corner.
And Purrazzo hit those buckles hard.
Shifting the ring almost a few inches.
Judo throw.
And now
Into a cover, shoulders down, and a kick out again at 2 by Deonna.
Trish Adora maintaining that control, but no. Jawbreaker from Deonna Purrazzo.
And that's the experience edge in big matches for Deonna Purrazzo. This is a woman who's been on the biggest stage in wrestling. But right now it's Adora.
With the cover.
May have Purrazzo here. Oh, a 2 count.
Trish Adora racking her brain, searching through her arsenal of maneuvers, thinking, what can I do next? What is it going to take to keep the Virtuosa down for good? Clubbing a blow to the back of Purrazzo, and now Purrazzo up on the shoulders of the Afro-Punk. Rear waist lock broken. And the go behind from Adora. Back elbows. Purrazzo now separation. Swinging for the fences, but now.
Oh, planted.
No.
Oh, submission predicament here. Adora's in big trouble.
Is Adora going to tap out to the Virtuosa?
Can Adora make the ropes here?
Trish Adora
Trying to fight.
shift that momentum back to the cover. Got the shoulders of Purrazzo down again just for the 2 count. The kick. And Purrazzo now face first, taken down to the mat. That cattle mutilation now from Trish Adora.
And perfect positioning by Adora. Purrazzo in the middle. It's Adora closer to the ropes. Deonna trying to wrench and turn her body. Desperate to reach the ropes and does.
Yeah. Purrazzo knew she was in trouble, squirming her way, not even allowing Adora to get that lock of her hands behind the shoulders.
Adora with her hands to her head momentarily there, looking to the heavens, knowing that she was that close to putting Purrazzo away. And right on cue, here comes the heart of a champion, Purrazzo fighting right back. Looking for the Queen's Gambit.
Trying to, oh no, but the power on display, sitting for the cover, shifted back, seesawing back and forth. What's it gonna be?
Oh, she's in the ropes! The ref didn't see it! Purrazzo stole it here!
The winner of this match, Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. That is,
That's a veteran move by Deonna Purrazzo. Trish Adora is livid, and I get it. But Alyssa, they don't ask how, they ask how many. And Deonna Purrazzo is hightailing it to the back, knowing she stole one here tonight from Trish Adora.
But look at the look on Trish Adora's face, Lenny. I don't think that this is the last that we are going to see with the ripple effect from this matchup.
Show up around here again, and I got something for you. I'm not losing anymore. I'm not gonna continue to be disrespected in my home. This is my couch. This is my home. And this is my couch. Don't you put your feet on my couch.
An emphatic statement made by Trish Adora.
Yeah, you know, we talk about WWA and developing partnerships with companies like Impact, like Beyond Wrestling, like WWR Plus, Warrior Wrestling here in Chicago, and of course, our good friends at Mission Pro Wrestling. We've seen championship matches from Mission Pro here in Women's Wrestling Army, but Little Birdie tells me there may be a little more in the future.
You are not wrong about that. Definitely stay tuned for even more news regarding our partnership with Mission Pro Wrestling.
Okay. Deonna Purrazzo stood across from me in a ring. She said she was the best in the world. The best don't do that. The best don't pour that. How about this? Till I see you again, Deonna, Virtuosa, I'm the best in the world. How about that?
Trish Adora wants more? Kid, I'm packing my bags. I gotta go. My schedule's full, so if I see ya, I'll see ya. If not, tough luck, kid.